Hey girlies, what we getting into today? Hey, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today's video is going to be fun. We're going to be getting ready for New Year's. Before we do, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, my background. So I do have it blurred out, but at the time of filming, it's like Christmas. Christmas is in a couple days as I'm filming this. And well, let's just say the workshop is my side of the room. Now I tried to make like the back look super cute for you guys. Like I put my perfumes over here. I put like this little humidifier here, and I be trying to keep my my little chair without stuff on it, but the portal in my closet is full to the brim of presents. So I have to like put stuff on the couch and like cover it up. So, and then like right over here, that's like my wrapping station. So I have like paper, ribbon, you know, the tape, the scissors, everything is like right over here. So I apologize. I will do better with my background.
Just, you know, give your girl a second. Give me a second.
Today's video is going to be a New Year's preparation video. I told you guys in a video before that I wanted to use this Juvia's Place palette. This is the one, it's called I Live, I Love Ice. So opening this up, this is the main color that like stuck out to me. Granted, this shade right here is really pretty, but I really want to get into some glitter. I mean, for New Year's, who doesn't want to get into glitter? And I was kind of like over the whole silver gold type situation. So I figured I'd pop in with a little bit of blue. And it's still like icy, still like New Year's-ish. And yeah, so that's what we're going to use today. So I'm going to go ahead and do one eye and my eyebrows off camera, and then I'll be back for us to do the other eye. All right, so one eye done off camera. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on. Well, now I'm going to show you guys how I did it. We're going to work through this together. I absolutely love it. The shadow I picked, muy magnifique. I hope that that made sense. I absolutely love this glitter. I tried to make it the star of the show, and even though I would have preferred something a little deeper, I do like how this came out. So I only used this. I didn't pick in any other eyeshadow, which I wanted to, just to make it darker, but I think it ended up working out. We're gonna start on this eye. For primer, like I've told you all before, I'm using the Morphe white concealer. I don't know if this is meant to be an eye base, but I do know that it's a concealer and it's always available. This is a great alternative if you're looking for something outside of the P. Louise base. I do know that the P. Louise company, the Academy, you have to order from overseas, and sometimes that can take a while. So I like to use this base just to kind of preserve what I have, and this is also a lot easier to access. So I'm just placing some on the lid and blending it out with a fluffy brush. So for eyeshadow, like I've stated before, I'm using the I Live, I Love Ice palette by Juvia's Place. This came in a set that was available for Christmas. I'm not sure if it's available now, but if you did get any, you know, gift cards to Ulta for Christmas, I would suggest checking this out. It is a really pretty icy blue palette. Everything in it is, you know, referred to like ice, so all of the colors are like icy blue. There really aren't any dark crease colors, but the mattes that they do have, you know, they blend well together. So the first shadow I'm going to go in with is this like deeper blue, this deeper ice blue right here, and I'm going to be using an M506 brush to place it in the crease. You don't have to be too precise because you are going to be covering it up with glitter, but you do want that crease to be pretty prominent. So with the M506 brush, I'm just placing this in the crease, blending it out, doing a nice pressing motion to kind of get it kind of get the eyeshadows to stick, and then I'm blending out the edges using the edge of the brush. Okay, so now that the edges are all blended out, I'm going to take an M506 brush and I'm going in with the lightest shade. So this shade right here. These eyeshadows don't have a name, so it's the lightest shade in the palette. And I'm going to be lightly tapping that above the crease area where I blended it out and then blending them together. I also like to go back and forth between the colors so that I have a nice seamless blend. Now I'm going to be using this NYX Multitasker Mixing Medium base to prep for the glitter. This mixing medium is really good for glitters because it gets nice and tacky. I like to use it for glitters and eyeshadows, anything that is shimmery that I want to actually stick to the lid. To stick the eyeshadow to my lid, I am going to be using the Morphe M706. This is a silicone brush, silicone paddle thing. And I'm going to be using this to pick up the eyeshadow and just watch the magic. My God, did you just die? Did your soul just leave your body? Did you see how beautiful that is? Oh my goodness. That's why I like this paddle brush, because it's really good for packing on eyeshadow, and it's the same like if you're going to use your finger. This kind of gives that effect where it's like pressing all of it onto your lid. So I do pull it up towards the crease area just so that I can get some speckles of glitter up there. And voila. I love this. I love this eyeshadow. It's so pretty. Now I'm going to take my matte style Essence Super Last eyeliner in matte black. And I'm literally just going to tight line my upper lash line just to prep for eyelashes. I did pull it out to extend that liner a little bit, and boom, and boom. For lashes, I'm going in with the BYL Cosmetic lashes. I am going to be using the style Enchanting today, just because I kind of wanted to go for like that whimsical, magical look, and I just felt like the name Enchanted really, like, it works. It just works. Not gonna bore you. Okay, so lashes on. Now we're going to, before I do, I did put on mascara. The mascara I use is the Essence Big Lash Volume Curl Mascara. This is lash lifting. I would definitely suggest the mascara from Essence line. They are just killing it as far as mascara. And since you have to change out mascara so much, I do suggest finding like an inexpensive mascara that will, you know, give you a nice lash lift. I can definitely wear that mascara by itself, and I do get a lot of compliments on my lashes. My daughter is like losing her mind right now. Okay, so we have gone ahead and did the eyelashes. I'm gonna go ahead and prep my skin. Today I'm using the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. I have been using this primer a lot lately because it is very cooling, refreshing. I love the smell of it. I like how it gives my face a nice tacky feel. And since I'm really not doing too much today, I'm not gonna worry too much about pore filling. So I probably should do a little pore filling, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, now for foundation, I'm going to use the Morphe 2 Hint Hint Skin Tint Foundation. I'm in the shade Hint of Caramel. This is a really nice liquidy foundation. It's great for if you don't want anything too heavy on the skin. So I'm going to add, I was thinking of adding some drops of highlighter to it just to give it like a little bit of sparkle, but I'm not gonna do that. And I'm gonna be using a Juno sponge to blend that out. All right, so now we're gonna move on to concealer. Today I'm going to be using the same concealer I've been using because I love it that much. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with a satin finish. I am in the shade Medium Sand. This is a really nice hydrating concealer. It gives an awesome amount of coverage. Honestly, if you wanted to go a day where you just added a little bit of concealer and, you know, blush or whatever, this is a great concealer to do that with. It blends out flawlessly like a dream. I highly suggest it. So I'm going to be blending this out using that same Juno sponge. For a setting powder, I'm going to actually go in with something a little different. I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I am in the shade Banana Bread. This is a very heavily scented powder, but it is like magic in a powder. I'm not even going to lie. Like, this is one of those powders that I like, but I didn't want to like, but I do. So I'm just going to start with a little bit on my Juno sponge to blend it out. So I'm going to set my foundation using this BH Studio Pro Matte Finish Pressed Powder. This is in the shade 240. This is an old powder, but I mean, it gets the job done. Okay, so now at this point, I'm going to move on to the rest of my face. Since I haven't really been doing the cream contour thing very much lately, I'm going to go back in with powder. So I'm using the Juvia's Place Bronze Palette in the shade Tan. Okay, so now I'm going to lightly bake underneath my eyes. I don't have to do this, I like the way it looks. Okay, so for blush, I'm going to be using a really old blush palette, like maybe over 10 years old, but I have it in my collection, so she gonna use it. Don't be mad. Okay, so this is a very, very old, like back when I worked at Sephora, this was a holiday set. It was a holiday palette and it came with a bunch of their blushes. These are blushes that Tarte carries regardless. So this is the Off the Cuff Amazonian Clay palette. The shade that I'm going to be using today is going to be Dazzled, just because I do kind of want to keep my face a little more on the warm side. So that is this shade right here. For me, I feel like with liquids and stuff, it's more so throw those away, but like the powders, they're really not bothering anybody. Now at this point, I'm going to contour my nose very quickly, and then we're gonna move on to highlight. For a highlighter, I'm gonna use the highlighter that came in the set. This is the Ice Loose highlighter. I guess that's the name of it. It's a really pretty icy gold, and I'm just going to highlight the tip of my nose. And yes, I do think I'm gonna do my cheeks because, you know, it's that type of party. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to under my eyes. I do think I'm going to do a white eyeliner at the bottom. So for eyeliner, I'm gonna use the Pastel Dreams Auto Eyeliner. This is by LA Girl. This is in the shade Marshmallow. This eyeliner is so creamy and easy to apply. It just glides right onto the eyelid. We're gonna go back into this eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the darkest shade and I'm just going to smoke out underneath my eyes. All right, I'm gonna add that same mascara to my lower lash line, and then we're done. I can go ahead and spray this face. So the palette didn't come with a lip liner, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a lipstick, and then I'm just gonna add this gloss on top. So this is the Juvia's Place Disco Fever Gloss. I haven't even had a chance to use this yet. And for lip liner, I'm using the Morphe Vibes lip liner, probably my favorite lip liner. All right, so I'm gonna set my face, and then we're done. I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. You guys know this is my favorite. This mist is very light, it's lightweight, it smells amazing, and it's really good for setting foundation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy videos like this. I think you will, and I hope that you enjoyed my content. So like, share, subscribe, and until next time, beauties, mwah, stay blessed.